Alright, looks like your first starting line out there looks like it's Alex Open, James Dillon, Alden Warren with the defense of Jordan Thorvilson and number 8, Ryan Brownell. Goalies are ready to go. Ref is at the face-off. Puck is down, and we are underway here from Fargo. Forest Lake wins the initial draw, puts back into the zone, but Alden jumps into that lane quick to try and knock the puck deep. Forest Lake gets back onto their offsides. Puck takes that puck right away. Forest Lake comes out with it, however, it is right to Riker, who sends it down deep into the corner, where Alex Open is on it, pulls the initial little move in the corner, get that puck back down low, and Alden's chasing that puck back out to Alex Open into the corner. Forest Lake has a little momentum back the other direction, however, a good back check from behind, and Jordan Thorvilson has the puck. Squirts puck the wrong direction. Forest Lake comes in, and Henry with a big stop initially. Puck out of 3, and Forest Lake puts the puck away. Jude Bemis.
Scoring for Forest Lake, number 54, Roman.
Forest Lake has the puck in the Wayzata zone, won't cup it up. Aiden comes back to help out. Has a little momentum, looks for a pass, chops it out to James C. However, it's going to go too far, and it'll be icing on Wayzata. No change for Wayzata. Puck's down. James C. wins the draw, brings it back behind his goal. Looking for some space and some momentum to get carrying out. He does. He finds Luke Trulson. Puck is up center ice. Forest Lake does have the puck, knocks it back towards Wayzata's zone. However, James holds it out for a brief moment before Forest Lake puts it in. It is offsides at the blue line. Face-off at the near face-off dot. Luke Trulson comes away with that puck, tries to get it over to Aiden. Does get it back towards the Forest Lake zone. He chips it into the Wayzata zone. Forest Lake with a couple missing moves and a hooking call coming against Wayzata. Face-off coming down into Wayzata zone after that hooking. Both teams with full change. Your 4 on the power kill is Ronan, Wynn, Riker, and Will. 1 minute power play started for Forest Lake. Good challenge by Ronan to get that puck deflected to the corner, out of harm's way. Forest Lake looking to take a shot, can't get it past our forward Wynn Anderson. Riker steps in to help. Puck squirts out towards the blue line, but not quite far enough. Will with a good poke check and a good stick by Wynn to get that pass deflected over to Ronan off the half wall, who just decides he's going to get rid of that puck all the way down for an icing. And we'll reset the face-off down to Wayzata zone. Forest Lake wins the draw. Winger takes a shot and misses on that attempt. Riker has the puck, sends it up the half boards up to Noah. Puck gets knocked off a Hicks stick towards the center. Will with a good back check, knock that stick around, or knock that puck off the stick. Riker and Will both tying that up. Puck squirts to the corner, where Riker continues to work on his man. Pops free to Win, who's going to carry that out. Doesn't quite get there, but he does have Noah. Can't quite wrangle that puck in. The penalty is over. Forest Lake coming back in with speed. Looking to cut across in front, can't. Goes for the wraparound attempt, whiffs on that attempt, and Will corral that puck. He's looking for Noah out front, can't quite get there as it deflected out towards the center ice instead of up the wing. Noah comes back to pick that puck up after a great breakup pass by Alex Oakman. When Anderson carries in for Wayzata, looks for an opportunity, can't quite get it there as the puck slips off of his stick. However, both Alex and Win are down low. For Wayzata, Alden comes over to challenge him. Jude comes on the back check. A great back check by Jude. Gets knocked down. Forest Lake misses on their opportunity. And Wayzata needs to regroup here. Puck is out to Alex Oakman. On the half wall, gets knocked back down low by the Forest Lake defender. Back behind the Wayzata net for Riker. He's looking for a pass up the half wall. Doesn't see anybody, so he takes it himself after trying to carry. Riker comes out now with the puck along with Alden. That is going to go far enough for an icing. We'll have a reset down the Wayzata zone.
All right, here we go, Wayzata.
Defenders stay out with Jude and Will. Fresh three on the front are Aiden, James, and Luke Trulson. Wayzata wins the face-off. Our Forest Lake whiffs on an opportunity. Luke with a good challenge on the Forest Lake defender. He's going to skate that puck out with momentum. Gets cut down. No call on a trip, so he must have lost an edge. James with a good battle to get that puck. Keep battling through. He's got Aiden breaking on the right wing. He's going to look for a shot. Can't quite get there. Return pass for James is defended by the Forest Lake D. Aiden with the challenge to knock that puck down low. He is successful. He's going to keep battling here. Looks for the pass out front. Can't quite get there. And he wraps around and scores. Goal by Aiden Richter. Wraparound attempt. We are even here. James C. wins the draw again for Wayzata. Gives it back to his defense. Up the boards to Aiden Richter on the wing. He's going to pump that pass to the forward, which he does. Sneaks past there, right, looking for a pass up front. He does get that pass out front. Just skirts by the winger and the center. Luke with the toss back in there corner. Puck is down low. Aiden comes over and cuts that puck off again. And Forest Lake defender is down. Went down hard into the corner after trying to beat Aiden into that wall. Went down awkward into the corner. Six minutes, 25 seconds left in this first period. That is changing their whole five. Forest Lake is also changing their five. Nope, changing their front three. Defense is staying out for Forest Lake. Face off into Forest Lake zone. The defense is Riker and Jordan. Forward line is Noah, Ronan, and Wynn Anderson. Back to defense, takes a shot, just a little bit wide. However, Noah is there looking for a pass, gets it across ice. Unfortunately, the defender for Forest Lake just got in there. Good poke check by Riker to knock that puck down deep into the zone. Ronan's in pursuit, trying to make a mistake. He does make him make a mistake. Wynn with an opportunity, takes a shot long. Forest Lake covers that puck up. Wayzata keeping its 5 out there. Forest Lake changing a few of their players off. Ronan ties up the puck for a brief moment. Jordan back defending. A good poke check to knock the puck wide. The defender is all the way back behind the zone. He sends it out front. Henry with a big stop out front there and pops that puck out. The defenders for Wayzata are Johnny on the spot to clear that puck out to the point. Can't quite get it out of the zone, so the puck comes back down behind Henry at the goal. Forest Lake looking for an opportunity. Riker says not a chance and moves that puck up the boards. Noah, who can't quite get it out, so the puck is down behind Wayzata's zone again. Jordan with that opportunity takes that puck, sends it up the boards. Defense holds it in tight. Shot to the outside edge of the goal. Tossed out front again. Knocked back to the corner. Ronan with that opportunity here is taking that, sends it right up the middle. Can't quite get that puck out again. Sends down low for Forest Lake, who is taken off the puck by Riker. Riker looking for an opportunity to send it all the way around. Gets up to the blue line. Can't quite get it there, but Noah for a second effort gets that there. Ref got in the way of that puck opportunity and offsides by Forest Lake. Wayzata changing its 5. Will and Jude back on the defense. Alden and Alex the wingers, with James D as the center. Forest Lake controls the face-off. Looking to push it back into Wayzata's zone. Can't quite get it there by a good effort by James and Alden. Check from behind by Forest Lake. No call against that. Puck gets knocked off the winger's stick for Forest Lake. A great opportunity. Will has the puck behind the net now, looking for an outlet pass. He does find Alex on the outlet pass. Can't quite get it past, however. Will on that follow-up takes the puck away. Looks for the pass by Alden, who tips it in towards their goal. Forest Lake defender swoops in, takes care of that. Puck gets by Jude at the blue line. Puck going all the way down. Not far enough for an icing, however, so Will has to corral that and play it. Sends it hard over the boards. Puck drops by. Forest Lake defender holds that in for a brief minute. Trip coming against Forest Lake. Puck is loose. They touch the puck, and we are going on the power play. Line change for Wayzata has Aiden, Luke, and James C. on the forwards. Riker and Jordan on the defense. Forest Lake down a man for 1 minute. There's 4 minutes left in this period. James C. wins the draw, takes a quick shot, just misses wide of that net. However, Luke is over there first for an opportunity. Makes a quick move, makes the defender turn around. Puck slips off of his stick, and Forest Lake tries to send it up. They cannot. Luke sends it back out towards the front. Puck comes out high. Our defense, however, racks that in towards Aiden Richter, who's in the corner. Chasing down low to try and get that puck. He does make a mistake. James is there to help corral that puck. Riker's at the point, trying to tie that puck up. They do. That puck isn't moving anywhere at the moment. Squirts out to Riker, who looks for a long shot, takes that shot. Aiden tries to take a swipe at it and misses. Puck trying to get out of that zone again. Hopping puck does clear the blue line. Jordan's back first, turns it back around, and we are offsides. 13 seconds left in this penalty. Face off at center ice. Forward line is staying changed. Defense is changing. Will and Jude. Face off won by James again. Corrals it back to Luke here. James, Luke, and Aiden all making a break. Pass over to Aiden. Just too hot for his corner. However, he's coming in hot. Luke with a poke check, puck behind the net. Aiden sees that, tries to get it back, makes a nice move, takes his shot. The defender slides across and blocks that shot attempt. Puck is loose over to the corner where Luke corrals it. We are full strength 5-on-5. The penalty is ended for Forest Lake. They make a nice little chip pass to get that puck out. Jude is backtracking on his guy there. Will is caught the line. The defender coming in across the board. 33 takes his shot, defends well by Henry, block shot. Will has that puck. He's looking for an opportunity. Puck is in the skates. Luke is going wide. He's got Aiden offsides. Opportunity there. We just missed it. Offsides of the blue line with a great opportunity. Just got a touch too far ahead. We're resetting here on the far face-off dot by the Forest Lake bench. 2.5 minutes to go in this period. Forest Lake changing out their 5, their 3 forwards. I said it's changed out their 5. Forest Lake wins that draw, sends it all the way down. It's not quite going to go far enough for an icing, so Jordan's going to get there, takes an edge, and falls down. Puck gets knocked down below the goal, and Ronan's there to corral that puck. Sends it up the half boards here. Nobody for Wayzata to help pop that out. So that puck gets down low again. Blade block shot by Ronan. Get that puck out. Puck is on net this time. Deflection, and Henry has it saved underneath the pad for the last second. Impressive save by Henry to get that pad down at the last second. Both teams staying the same 5. Forest Lake wins that draw, sends it back to their defense. Noah challenges him, almost gets that puck out. Jordan says not a chance. Wynn takes it out. That puck does get by Forest Lake. We're resetting. Good chase by Wayzata to try and keep that puck low. Ronan gets his stick in the way, breaks that pass up. Wayzata crawls that puck into the corner. Can't quite get it by the defender on the half wall here. Jordan takes care of that shot attempt, sends it to the corner, and then knocks it up as fast as he can. Looking for support out front. The puck gets a shot towards the goal, but defended out well. The blue line does not get there. Blue line is out the blue line now. Wynn is going to take this opportunity to move some skates and drive it down deep. Side smoke, doesn't like the look of that. Alden Warren coming in to help out. Ronan chasing. No ice on this send in for Jordan back looking at the opportunity. Puck slips off of his stick. Puck hits off the referee's skates, knocks back against the wall. Riker takes an opportunity to find that. Forest Lake defender knocks that puck back in. Riker again resets. Finds an opportunity to get it up to Alex Oakman, who can't quite get there as he's cut off by the Forest Lake forward. Wide out front. Great save by Riker. Poke check to get that puck off that zone. The Wynn gets taken out at the legs for a sliding defender who keeps it in the zone for a second before it gets knocked back out. They're dropping it down into the Wayzata zone. Wynn knocks it right back out. We are clean break back in with 9 seconds left to go in this period. Wynn forcing to the outside. Good stick by Riker to keep that puck to the outside. 3 seconds left. That'll do it for the first period. Got a tight battle here to start this game off. Both teams with opportunities, both teams with chances.
International Hockey Tournament. Family owned, Baldwin Supply is your trusted partner for industrial distribution across the upper Midwest for over 100 years. Just like these young athletes, they know the value of teamwork and excellence. Visit one of our locations or learn more at baldwinsupply.com. Thank you, Baldwin Supply, for being a key sponsor of our tournament.
Forest Lake out on the ice. Wayzata coach is taking the opportunity for that full minute to use to talk to their players and get them refocused here after that period. Wayzata breaks their huddle. Will and Jude on the D to start. James Dillon, Alex Oakman, and Alden Warren, your starting 3 for this period. Forest Lake wins that draw forward. Tries to control, can't. Will takes the opportunity to see, gets that puck right on out. They get it deep. Could have been an offsides call. The refs wave that off. Jude right back down, gets that puck. Alex Oakman tries to chip around that forward, can't. Jude helps out on that one. Puck gets down low into Henry's right. Opportunity for Alex here. Pokes that puck out. Tries to skate with the puck. Can't quite pick it up. It kicks around on their feet. It does find that opportunity. Puck comes back in Wayzata zone where James Dillon crawls that puck. Look for an opportunity to get out. He does get it out to Alden Warren. Skating it along. Gets caught from behind on the defender. He just sends it against the board straight. James Dillon gets the zone, and then it's immediately kicked back. No icing, so Jude is hustling back on that one. Takes control of that puck. Has a man on. They do their job and disrupt it just enough to pick the puck off a stick. Will, however, sees that opportunity to get all the way out. He does get it all the way out. There's no ice. They're going to chase it. Aiden's got that puck almost. They decide to call an icing on that. Aiden can't quite get there before the puck gets the red line. Resetting back in the Wayzata zone. Face-off win for James. Back to Riker, who tries to put up the boards. The defenders stick out in the way on that. Luke Trulson's going to try and push this puck out the zone. It does come out the zone. Opportunity, overskates it. However, James is there to pick up that slack. They come in clean. James is looking for a shot. Takes the shot. Good glove by the goalie. Great breakup by Wayzata on that. Both teams keeping their 5 on the ice. James again at the draw. Luke on the left wing, Aiden on the right wing. Jordan and Riker on the defense here. James does win that. However, the forward jumps into it, takes a shot off the hand, keeping that puck in. Take another shot towards the goal. He doesn't know where it's at. It is loose. He covers it up. 75 took a puck to the hand, so he is changing off. Looks like they're changing their front 3. Wayzata elects to keep their 5 on the ice. Couple quick opportunities for Wayzata after that line change. They're giving us the sidewall, which is that direction that James wins it. He takes a shot from out high. Forrest Lake goalie gloves that, knocks it straight down. Great shot by Jordan, put that puck on the net. Giving Wayzata that sidewall again. James wins it that direction, however, gets knocked back deep. Jordan steps up, holds that puck down low, sends it back around behind the zone. Aiden circles around behind the net, looks for an opportunity. Puck stick gets knocked on top of him. Great pass opportunity from James, just a little bit too far out. Riker steps up from the blue line, keeps that puck down low before the Forest Lake player chips it down deep. Jordan, however, is back for Wayzata. There is no ice on that as Jordan got to the puck before it crossed. Great pass up to Luke, up to James, looking for a relay. Got to get back on side. That is offsides. They did not call that. Puck comes back out of the zone. Aiden resets, brings it in. Can't quite beat the defender. Gets chopped down on that one. Does not get the call. Forsley comes back out with the puck. Luke Trulson challenging him on the far side of the chat. Knocks a stick out of the hand. That is going to be a penalty against Wayzata. Slashing is the call. One might argue that they weren't really holding on to the stick that tight. However, that swinging motion does warrant a slashing. 9:21 to go in the second period. 1 minute penalty starts on the puck drop. Wayzata's for his win. Noah, Will, and Jude. Fortunately controls that. However, they sent it right back up the middle. There is no icing since they sent it out of the zone. Fortunately, goalie stops it. Wayzata coach is reminding the boys not to challenge deep as we're on the penalty kill. So we reset back at the center ice, try and pick up some bodies. Fortunately does get the zone. However, Jude knocks it off the stick. Puck comes to Will's feet. Shot right up front. Great block stick check by Jude. Pops that puck out of the zone. They're looking to challenge. Noah does come out and challenge. Great tight turn to keep with the forward on that. Will sends that down. It will be no icing on this one. Puck comes to Will, who takes the zone, takes an opportunity to get it down low, tries to knock it around. Jude takes the opportunity to try and get it down low, slips off of his stick. Will here to help defend and back him up. Puck comes out of the zone. Luke is back on the ice. We're looking for a cross-ice pass. Luke comes off for the change. Ronan is in the zone. Wayzata keeps the other 4 out. We are good at the blue line there. Wayzata spread out, picking up bodies, spread out across. Puck behind the zone, behind the goalie. Jude has that puck, looks for an outlet pass to Noah, can't quite connect on that. Noah comes across, skates through the arms. Forest Lake drops the puck in low behind Wayzata's goalie. Will controls the puck for a brief second before it squirts loose. Henry with the big blocker save after a partial block by Jude. Wynn has the puck, Alden has the puck. Back out to center ice. They're looking to send it back to their D. Forest Lake breaks in on the far side, cuts back across the center. Good sticks by both Will and Jude. Jude chases the corner. Wynn takes that puck off that pass, knocks it to the side. Forest Lake just whips it from the outside and somehow gets it all the way across. Score for Forest Lake. 7:13 left in this game. Still plenty of hockey left.
Here we go, Wayzata. Let's go get one, Trojan. Let's go get one.
Got Alex, James, and Alden up front. Riker and Jordan on the defense. Puck squirts free to Jordan, who drives it up towards the wing. Good poke check by Riker to get that puck down deep. No icing, so Alden is chasing on that. James comes in for support, knocks that puck loose. Riker, no, puck comes by him as well. They have a odd man break if they can get going on this. Wayzata's defense is back. Great job by Jordan to step out in front of that and knock the player to the side. Puck squirts free. Forest Lake somehow doesn't score on that opportunity with the net wide open. Shot to the side of the corner. Alex chasing that puck, knocks that puck up high. The defender keeps that puck in. Forward has it. Takes a shot towards Henry. Henry makes a good blocker save. Back behind the net. Alex is moving to lift his heavy skate. James Dillon pushes that puck up. Jordan takes that, moves it all the way down. Puck gets knocked off of his stick at the blue line. And taking down, puck is still in the zone. Alden keeps control of that. Puck is knocked back to center ice. Forest Lake steps in the way of that puck. And we are offsides. Wayzata changing its full 5. Forest Lake changing its full 5. Oh, Forest Lake likes to change their front 3. Defense is staying out. This line is Luke, James, and Aiden. Defense is Jude and Will. Face-off win for Wayzata. Gets it back to the defense. Back up the center where Aiden can't quite get through. Loses an edge as he makes the attempt to get by the defender. Puck pokes free. Where's Forest Lake? Forest Lake sends it into the zone on a tip. Jude takes that opportunity to get that puck as close to the blue line as he can. He does, however, Forest Lake does stop it there. That puck is now out. Got James they have numbers with Wayzata, Aiden and James. Aiden has an opportunity. Sends it on the goal, can't quite get there. Great goal blocker saved by the goalie. Opportunity for Wayzata with that second effort. Jude on the defense takes that and it's knocked into his skate, turns around, plays that puck right back out. And Wayzata looks to reset, come back in again. James makes a move around the forward. Puck gets knocked off of his stick. The icing coming against Forest Lake.
Here we go, Wayzata.
Forwards stay out. Defense changes with Riker and Jordan. .449 left to go in the second period. They're giving us that half wall again, which is the direction James wins that puck. Quick shot by Luke Trulson goes wide. Aiden is the first one over on the puck, looking for a chance. He sends it all the way across to Luke. Bounces back towards the center ice. It does. Forest Lake, however, is in the way of that pass. And they carry it back. Luke Truelson fell on the other end, so we are 5-on-4 at the moment until he gets back into the play. Jordan with the puck. Looks to move it up. Forest Lake gets in the way versus the second. The bounce favors Wayzata. Luke Truelson comes into the zone. Takes a shot on goal. Puck is loose. Aiden comes to try and clear it up. Can't quite get there before the defender. Shot right out front. Pass out front. Makes that shot. It's loose. Goes back behind the net into the corner. Aiden making a big swing. Aiden is up. Forest Lake is slow to get up on that one. Still tied. Riker gets the puck in. Tries for a backhand shot. Can't do that. It sends it down on the forehand where James picks that puck up. Goes behind looking for a pass out front. Can't find any lane. Makes another move behind the net. Aiden with another swing. Gets that puck off his own for a split second. Can't quite get that second one. Turns around. Almost makes a great play to get that puck back in the zone. Wayzata comes straight back up. Could have been called for too many men, but not quite as the defender missed that. Luke Truelson with an opportunity. Win with a great pass over to Luke. Luke's going to battle that puck down low. Defender gets there at the same time as Luke. Luke does win that battle. Gets it over to Win, who takes that shot, deflects it, and into the goal off the Forest Lake defender. Great shot by Win Anderson to put it right onto the net. Not sure if there will be an assist on that one, but Win with a great heads-up shot. Defender popped it, deflected it in front of their goal. 5-goal. Puck bounces are finally starting to go in Wayzata's favor this weekend. 2-2 with 3:02 left to go in the second period here. Wayzata needs a statement shift change here. Forest Lake carries it in. They're 2-on-1 with Will. Shot goes high into the corner. Puck is down low behind. Ronan has that puck, tries to send it up. Forest Lake, however, is at the point, takes care of that. Win intercepts that pass down low. Backhands it out. Noah corrals that puck and starts by getting that puck out. Forest Lake looking to reset. Whiffs on that puck. Noah comes across and knocks that puck back against the half wall. Win sends it right back out to center ice. Forest Lake carries it back in. Takes that Noah on the backhand. Henry with a great stop up front. Will just gently guides it back into Henry, who covers it up. 2:13 left in the second period. We are tied at 2. Face off deep into Wayzata's territory to Henry's left. Alex Oakman takes that puck, starts to skate it out, does get out of the blue line, makes Forest Lake reset. They do, they get it in deep, no icing as they're inside the red line. Jude gets there first, sends it up the boards. Poked by James Dillon and by Alex. Puck goes out, Forest Lake beats him to the puck by about 2 steps is all. Opportunity for Forest Lake with the puck intercepted, just getting around first defender. We got 3-on-3. Far side wide open, and Henry with a huge blocker save for Wayzata. Things are getting a little feisty here. Wayzata changing its 2 defenders, keeping those 3 out. Forest Lake wins the draw, puts it along the boards, sends it across the ice, nobody in front. So Alex tries to crawl that. The defender gets there before he gets there before they do. Does not cross the blue line, sends it in deep towards Henry, just wide. Defender Riker is there. Alden pops it loose. James Dillon, breaking the opportunity, gets it out past the zone. Forest Lake jumps in front of him. James chases that puck down into the corner, keeps following him, does knock that puck off of his stick. Alden is there. Forest Lake looks to reset. James with a great back check and knocked that puck left. We have 1 minute left in the second period. Forest Lake carries it back in, sends it towards the goal. However, Jordan sends that back out. Pass it to Riker, looking for the pass from Alden. Just behind Alden's skating. They do disrupt the puck. It is offside at the blue line. 45 seconds left to go in the second period.
Go Trojans! 45 seconds.
Full line change for Wayzata. Will and Jude out there along with the front three, Luke, Aiden, and James. James wins that draw. Forest Lake jumps in front of it. Right on top of Henry. Henry sticks it to the side, no problem there. Aiden's looking to bounce it around the defender. He does get it to James. James is looking for a pass out. Gets it up to Luke. Luke carries it in, sends it to the side where James picks up that puck. He's looking for Aiden out front. 23 seconds left to go. Can't quite get that pass to come on. James does shake the defender for a second. Sends it out front. Can't quite get there. I don't think anybody's expecting that pass to actually get through this always. Need a back check from Wayzata. Great job by Jude to back check on that. 7 seconds left. And we're on sides. Good there. Forest Lake sends it back. 3 seconds left. And time's going to run up before they take a shot. No goal. Great block by Henry to make sure that Forest Lake understands. We are 2-2 going into the third period.
A big shout out to Bob Person and Hockey Dream Team supporting Fargo Youth Hockey and the Sport International Hockey Tournaments as our official pin and medal partner. Hockey Dream Pins has been producing quality trading pins, award medals, and personalized jersey tags and ID tags.
Wayzata's got momentum going the right direction entering the third period. Opportunities and chances. They just got to keep pushing this together. Forest Lake has also had some chances. Henry's come up big, and we've had a great back check, knock that puck off. Both teams using this full minute intermission, talk to their players, get them psyched up. This third period, it's a big third period.
Here we go, Wayzata!
Starting through this period is James, Aiden, and Luke with the defense of Jordan and Riker. Both goalies are ready to go. And we are pucked down in the third period. Forest Lake wins that first initial face-off. Riker back for Wayzata. Gets right out of the zone up to Aiden. Good pass to James. A little touch pass to get into the zone. They do get the zone. James has the space. Luke has an opportunity. Takes a shot wide. Just can't quite get there. Aiden sends right back up front. Great tip by James. James is battling down up high. Sends it right back in, just the outside, and Aiden takes that opportunity outside of the edge. Tries to get right back out in front. Great battle for the first shift by Wayzata here. Forest Lake player goes down. Aiden goes down on top of him. They're both back up. James into the corner, tries to send it up front. Can't quite get there. The puck hops almost by the goalie's skate, not quite. Luke sends it up front. Goalie finds that and covers. Full change for Wayzata. Nope, defenders stay out for Wayzata. Nope, full change for Wayzata. And for Forest Lake, puck is deep in the zone. Great first 35 seconds. Face-off win right to the goalie who covers that up. Great job by Wynn to take that and send it right in. Forest Lake wins that draw. Chasing behind is Noah. Turns back into the corner. Does knock that puck off the stick. Great effort by Noah. And they're going to call Noah for pushing him down. It looked like 5 was clearly falling down by himself. but with the hand on the back, makes it look like Noah pushed him down. Faceoff comes all the way down into Wayzata zone. 4 staying out there for Wayzata are Will and Jude on defense, Wynn and Ronan on the forwards. Face off to Henry's right. 1 minute penalty starts on the puck drop. Forslick has that opportunity. They try to send it center. Ronan, however, is there to intercept it. Puck gets knocked off of his stick at the last second, and he does make that second effort to push past him. Great job by Ronan to track that puck down, knock that puck in, goes into the zone. Call on Noah was cross-checking. That's with the weakest cross-check that I've ever seen, considering the stick was down and there was his hand on the back. Great chance by Forest Lake. It's stymied by Jude. Wynn is going to beat the defender on this one. He's going to get there. Wynn has an opportunity to turn it quick. Can't quite get there. The defender took it back, and he sends it Wynn hard on the boards. No call there. Jude sends it towards the net. Wynn is hurting a little bit on that one. He's smarting. Ronan there trying to tie up the puck on the far side. Can't quite get there. Puck goes by Will on the far side. Wynn is looking to get off the ice. Somehow Forest Lake player is injured and off. I missed that. Noah is back out of the box. We are offsides. 9:53 to go in this third period. Coach Darren is asking why the penalty wasn't called down there against Wynn, since he was clearly away from the boards and got taken out. Face-off coming just outside of Wayzata zone. James Dillon has a great job winning that forward. Gets it deep into the zone. Great effort by James to push that in. Alex Oakland looking to take off. He gets edged off by the defender. Puck jumps off the referee's hand in favor of Wayzata, helps keep it in low for a split second. The defender, however, gets the puck knocked off of his stick before it pops loose. James Dillon again knocks it back down. Great shift for James Dillon off of this one here. Knocked that puck deep 2 times. He goes to chase it again. Can't quite get there before the stick. However, Alex does send it to the other corner. James Dillon again in pursuit. Somebody's going to need to get this kid a Red Bull with this kind of energy on this shift. Back to Jude defending, looks, just backhands it up the boards. He's got Alden and he's got James. Andy's got Alex all together there. They spread out. James sends it towards the goal. The goalie missed it. Fortunately for him, it was on the outside of the net. Puck comes around to the near side. Jude sets up, trying to keep him deep. He does get that puck back after the player mishandles it. Puck is loose to the near wall. From Jude up to Alex Oakman. Defender still in the way of that. Puck bounces back into Wayzata's zone. James just decides he wants to get it on out of there and does. We're not quite offsides. The puck is still out center. Puck is loose somewhere in the corner. There it is. Forest Lake sends it to the boards. James jumps in front of that. Alex Oakman takes it. Wayzata looking to start getting a change in here. That should have been a checking there. They decide no call on that one. Puck gets just down to the half wall is all. James Dillon again with a back check and stick knock off. Puck comes loose. Wayzata changes a couple, needs to get a couple more changes. Jordan back on the defense, crawls that puck, looks to come to Luke Trulson, who he does get it to. However, the puck slips through him. Luke goes down, loses an edge. Jordan back in the corner, sends it up the middle. Defender gets in front of that before it gets out. James, however, looks at it. He's got Aiden on the far side, who he does hit, and he's got Luke Trulson on the breakaway. If he can get it over to him, great shots by Luke. Gets the puck there, can't quite get it there. They both go down. Great opportunity for Wayzata. Riker sees the opportunity to step up, gets the puck, and just sends it right to the net, hoping for a deflection. Doesn't quite get there as the defenders stick out in the way. James comes back. Turns it back to the half wall. Sends the puck on, right into the defender. Puck is still at his feet. He sends it in. Kick saved by the goalie. Aiden lost his stick after the defender knocked it out of his hand. Tied up against the half wall. Forest Lake has control of the puck. James pursuing him, trying to make him turn back. He does. Forest Lake tries to chip it out. Jordan gets there, however, before. Keeps the pressure on. Luke Trulson has the puck down low. Forest Lake looking to knock it off the stick. They do. However, James comes away with that puck. Now center ice comes out, and they're looking to send it all the way down to get a change. It is not going to go nearly far enough for an icing. So they're going to get their full change. They're looking far side. They've got James. James is moving. Picks up that puck. Great pass from Jordan on that. Sends all the way across to Aiden, who does come up with that puck. Sends it down towards James. Just misses connecting. 6.5 minutes to go in this third period. James with an opportunity. Gets knocked off of his stick. Luke picks him up, however. Luke looking for Aiden on the backside. He does get him. Can't quite make it. Great opportunity by Wayzata. Send all the way down. Not going to go far enough for icing. Jordan's going to pick that up. Go all the way around behind his zone. Looking for an opportunity to get that puck out. He does up to Luke. James knocks that puck out. It is on Luke's stick. Kind of knocked around. Somebody's stick is down. Forest Lake defenders. Wayzata calms that puck down. Sends it way up far side. No ice. They're calling no ice on this one. We clearly missed that. Should have been an icing call. Wayzata chases Luke. Great effort by Luke. Aiden over to the corner as well. Luke says, nope, I got it. Sends it down. Aiden can't quite pull that to his forehand. Great back check by Aiden to disrupt that. He does disrupt it. However, Forest Lake does get it out. We are offsides. Great flurry of opportunity for Wayzata. Great second efforts all the way across. 5.5 to go in this third period. Face-off will be at center ice. We are still tied 2-2. Got Ronan, Wynn, and Noah on this front line with Will and Jude on the defense. Forest Lake just tries to send it down to our zone. Jude says nope. Gets it right back up to Ronan, who does get it into the zone. Gets tied up there for a second. Gets it down low. Now Wynn will start pursuing, trying to get in the way of this pass. Makes a nifty little move. However, Ronan steps in front of that, trying to knock it off his puck. They just take momentum off, but Forest Lake retains the possession still. Far side. Puck is loose. Ronan is going to get there just after the defender, who tries to send out. Wynn says nope. Going to send it back in. Great stick by Will to keep that puck in. Puck pops to the center. Noah chases him, disrupts the puck off the stick just a little bit. Puck is loose in Wayzata's zone, bouncing towards our goalie. No real control at the moment. Before Wynn finally sends it out to the point, tries to get out. Great step up by Ronan to knock that puck down. Noah takes that puck, gets it out of the zone, tries to poke it by the defender, can't quite get it there. Will takes a look. Will does get it out of the zone. Carries it across. He's looking for somebody down low. Can't find anybody. He takes the shot, deflect off of a helmet just behind the goal. Noah's covering for him on defense, so it goes out front. Luke sends it off the goalie's helmet and over the net. Jude races over to keep that puck in. He does. He sends it down, hits the defender, comes back. Both Riker and Jude would have been there before the defender for Forest Lake. Riker takes that opportunity, jumps in. We are on sides. Forest Lake takes the puck away. Alden comes in, disrupts the play for a split second. However, Alex holds it in, takes a shot, gets past the defender, can't get it on the goal. James Dillon against the half-forwards, trying to keep that puck in. He does. He gets it over to Alden, who's in the corner there, battling hard against the Forest Lake defender. Forest Lake coming with a little bit of momentum here before they sit stopped at the blue line with Riker, who keeps it into the zone. Forest Lake looking to chip it out. They do. James Dillon has control. Wayzata is out of the zone, reset. Alex open the boot to the Forest Lake defender here. Chips it back to his defensive partner. Looks for an opportunity, tosses it out front in a dangerous pass. Riker turns and takes a swipe and misses at it. Forest Lake now has control of it. Gets hit up high. James Dillon has that stick. He sends it back on the stick. Henry with a big save down in front of Wayzata's goal. James Dillon moving that puck good up the boards. Can't quite get it past the defender. Deflected wide by Jordan. Riker looking for an opportunity. Gets it back to the middle. Alex Oakman is there after it gets played by the Forest Lake. Puck is down low. Jordan deflects that back behind. We're resetting behind the net. Alden looking for an opportunity. Up the boards, can't quit it past the defender. Forest Lake suddenly has a little bit of pressure. James Dillon gets stripped of that puck. Riker takes that out. Gets defended again. Now the zone is cleared. Wayzata looking to put the pressure on, try and get that puck. Goes back into Wayzata's zone, and they have a breakaway coming on this side. Riker with a great stick check back to defend that as they had a breaker right to the net. Riker with a great second effort. Trip from behind, no call. Jordan back behind the zone. Gets up. All the way to the point. Sends it wide. Deflected wide by Jordan. Forest Lake beats him to the puck. Alden tries to get that puck knocked out. Gets near the blue line. It gets shot into the shin pads. Great stick check to get that puck out. Or off to the side. Alden looking for an opportunity. Forest Lake steps up again. Puck does come out of the zone. Alex Open pursuing. Puck is over towards Jordan's direction. Jordan gets there first, sends it hard up the boards, says, yep, we're not doing that. Luke Trulson will beat him to the puck. Can he make a move at the last second? Not quite. Just ran out of real estate before the defender got to him. Great opportunity. Aiden should have been called for a slash on that one, but he did not. Interference on Forest Lake. It did not get called also. Defender whiffed on that one. Body check that came against Aiden. That's also not called, but Luke picks that puck up, and James C. is looking to pursue. Can't quite get there before the defender. The defender takes it back behind the net. Wayzata looks to spread out. 1 minute left in the third period. Luke Trulson turns over the puck for Wayzata. Gets it out to James C., who's got an opportunity. Takes a shot, deflected out. Can't quite get there. Aiden dives for it and misses. Luke Trulson has that puck on his back and looking to get to his forehand. He does, loses an edge, and still swiping at it to get it knocked out. Offsides at the blue line. 41 and a half seconds to go in this period.
40 seconds, Trojans, 40 seconds!
Tight battle here in the last 40 seconds here. We've got a favorable face-off just outside the Forest Lake zone. James does win that draw. Luke takes it, turns it, tries to get right in. Forest Lake jumps in front. Will is back and just sends it off safely to the corner. James takes it out of the zone, bumps it up the boards. Aiden in pursuit there. Can't quite get there. Puck comes back towards Wayzata's side of the neutral ice. James takes it, turns it right back to the boards, finds Aiden. Can't quite get there first. The puck is still in the zone. Now it comes out. Back to Jude, who's looking far side, going up to Luke. He does have it. Forest Lake comes and defends that. There's 12 seconds left in this game. Luke carries it low. Could be arguing that there could have been checking on that, but there is not. And we are end of the third period. We're looking at overtime, folks. 5-minute overtime. Sudden death. There's a 3-minute rest period in this game. So for the minute, or for the next 3 minutes, I'm going to put you down here. You're going to be looking at a black screen.
Thanks for doing that, Matt. That is amazing commentary.
I try. I
good.
feel lost at times, but
That is so good. It's much appreciated by the look at me, for sure.
it's kind of fun. Once I start to figure out names and all that, it helps.
Yes, for sure.
Here we go, Wayzata!
Let's go, Wayzata!
do you say?
Overtime period starts with Aiden, James, and Luke on the forward line, Will and Riker on the backside. 5 minutes overtime. It is sudden death, so first to score wins. James wins the draw to Luke, who turns it up this direction to the boards. Forest Lake forward is all over him, ties it up against the board. James comes back, gets that puck, knocks it back. Forest Lake, however, controls, gets it into the Wayzata zone. Center ice is defended by Will. Aiden behind the net swoops in, takes that puck. Forest Lake tries to get it. He's looking for Luke, misses everybody through there. It is an icing coming back into Wayzata zone. .433 left to go in this fourth overtime period. Period for a first overtime period. We are not 4 overtimes deep. Forest Lake has an equipment issue. Fixing that. He's back up. We're resetting. Keeping the same 5 on the ice for Wayzata. James C. wins that draw. Forest Lake's all over him. He gets it up to Aiden. Aiden's got an opportunity. He does kick it off the defender, so that puck does skirt free. Luke with immediate pressure on him. Forest Lake carries it back into the zone, gets it deep into Wayzata zone. Will takes that opportunity to corral it, sends it hard up the boards to Aiden. Can't quite get it past the defender. He does chip it to the blue line, does not go out. James looks to regroup, sends it to center where Riker is at. He's got Luke breaking. Luke does get that puck, gets tied up by the defender, can't quite send it over to Aiden, which is where he was looking for. Forest Lake has that puck. Aiden's all over him, knocks that puck out the blue line. James makes a nifty move around that forward. He starts to walk in. They're going to give him a shot. He takes a shot off the pipe and out. He beat the goalie, hits the netting behind. And we are resetting face off to the goalie's left. We were 2 inches away from being into a winning game. Reset for Wayzata. Has Wynn, Noah, and Ronan on the front line. Jordan and Jude on the backside. Wynn does jump on top of the puck after Forest Lake wins it. Just skates it towards the goalie, knocks it in. The goalie covers it up. Things are getting chippy between the boys down there as Forest Lake is starting to push the boys around a little bit. Ronan ignores that and resets. Understanding now is not the time to take a penalty when you are in an overtime period. Wynn with the battle again. Forest Lake wins that puck. Jude steps up. Great deflection down. Wynn just sends it deep. Ronan to chase on the far side. Puck comes up the boards to the Forest Lake defender. Comes loose off of him, so both Wayzata forwards jump on top of that. Wynn takes that puck off, sends it right back up the zone, and we are offsides at the blue line.
Here we go, Wayzata!
Wayzata changes its front 3 and also jumps on those defensemen as well. Forward 9 out there is Alden, James, and Alex. Defenders are Riker and Will. Referee backs up Forest Lake player. Wayzata wins that draw, gets it out of the zone. James Dillon has that puck, and he's pursuing hard. He sees Alden on the far side. However, the defender comes back and knocks that puck up. Alex sees that puck, drops it down low. James tries to get in the way of it, can't quite get there. Alex again tries to defend, can't quite hold that in. Riker has that puck, chipping away, sends it back to a safe spot. Will goes far side to Alden, who's wide open there. They come in on clean onside. Puck slips off Alden's stick. He goes to the sideboards. I don't know if they're calling a hand pass on this one. Looks like nobody's going to the box, so it must have been a hand pass. Forest Lake changing, adding a player as they were in the middle of a change, and Wayzata's keeping their front 5 out. James Dillon chasing after that puck down low. Alex coming to the corner, won't get there first. Riker will beat there at the blue line, however. Chips a pass. Not quite. The defender hits his chest. Will back on the back check. And they score.